Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Fridays. Dylan is not currently here. He possibly could pop in at some point, but he had to handle something personal, so you know how it is. But either way, we still gotta show up. So half of THG is here. We'll have a it might be a quicker one tonight. Y'all know how it goes, but hopefully we'll get some good content in here. Obviously, we have a versus. Shout out to Richard for that. We might go through recent pickups, we might push it back to next week. But we'll see how it goes. What's up with y'all? Yo, what's up? What's up, JL? Yo, Richard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he got the runs, JT. You know how it be, man. Nah, but seriously, it's good though. It happens. It happens to the best of us for sure. Matthew, what's up? What's up? Yeah, Richard, Fish Stick is in the collection now, man. That was a big one to check off this year. Uh it was just too many things that I had to put him close to the top of the list to go after because I mean he just checks all the boxes for me. Y'all know the kind of the boxes that I usually look at, which is he marketed, whether that's in action figures and now Lego, if he's in, the cut scenes and things like that, and then the storyline, and then you have he's the only meme skin that has extremely high usage. And that is something that really stuck out to me. So Fish Stick had to get in the collection quick. Yeah, yeah, the right bomber. Yo, I think I chose pretty good for this year. Obviously, we have a lot of different relationships in the hobby, and at the beginning of the year I had the option to kind of figure out some cards that I wanted with another collector, and then I targeted those. But it was some other cards on the table that I could have got over some of the ones that I picked, and I think I did pretty good. I might have left some in the burner that I may regret down the road, but y'all know how it is. It's the slow game. It eventually can add in the collection. Yeah, JL, Fish Stick is iconic for sure. I definitely did not feel this way about Fish Stick, call it 3, 4 years ago. But that was the same thing with Pilly. I just didn't feel that way. I wasn't really the meme skin guy. But when you get into Fortnite cards and then you start seeing the storyline unfold the way it did, your opinions definitely change. And no, that's definitely one that changed for me. Richard, that's how it is, man. Is some years you go crazy, other years you don't. But I mean, what you did in 2023 was pretty crazy, especially where you're at. Richard, I do think it's kind of funny that now that you have your job, it's like the one shard is just it's reminiscent of adulthood for sure. So I'm glad that you at least got the one shard. Dylan had a pretty nice pickup this week too. I'll let him tell that. I mean, obviously the Discord I seen it, and I think he posted it on Instagram as well. But when THG can get some shards in their collection, it's always a good moment. Warfighter, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I did post my top 10 for the rest of the community this week. I also did the exclusive content the week before. Man, that was not easy, bro. I think I left some big cards out there. The one that stuck out to me the most was Visitor fell out the top 10 and he was top 5. That's a tough one. Nah, David, Dylan had to handle something, but obviously we'll be back dueled up next week. Oh shoot, Richard. What you gonna do, bro? Yo, if y'all is in the chat, back off that moisty. Richard might be going for it. Kari, what's up, bro? But yeah, Visitor fell out of my top 10. I wasn't expecting that, but some cards ended up in the collection over that time. But I wasn't expecting him to drop out the top 10. I knew he wasn't gonna be top 5 anymore, but that's crazy. I don't think a drastic drop like that's gonna happen in my collection again, but who knows what can happen. Also, I think it's gonna be interesting to see what next year looks like. Like optimistically, like if nothing, we know that a set might not be coming out. Let's call it the first half. I don't think it's gonna come out the first half of 2025. I would say that if something does come out, it'll be towards the end. I would be interested to see how people navigate through that time. Obviously, we have the Discord, and you can see recent pickups. Um, I wonder if people are going to slow down, if they're going to pick up because prices are definitely going to probably drop still, and you're probably going to be able to pick up some cars that you never thought you could. So I'll be interested to see how that plays. Yeah, JT, I didn't think it would be this many auctions. One that's sticking out to me, I don't know how y'all feel about the is it a Italy or Brazil Black Knight Crystal Shard up for auction right now? Ryan, appreciate you, bro. Really, really appreciate you. You don't understand how much that helps THG, man. Appreciate it. Oh, and JT did get a steal. What was it? JT, it was an Omega for what, $100 or something like that? Yo, Brazil, yeah, Brazil BK10. I think it's starting off pretty strong if you ask me. I think the last time I looked, it was slightly over 1,500. I think that Brazil is that's a big card, man. Any Black Knight Crystal Shard is major, but specifically that Brazil, I think that's gonna be a pretty big one. Yeah, JT, I didn't look at the pictures. I probably should have, to be honest. JT, is it the back? Is it anything on the front? Yeah, Kyrie is pretty strong right now. If it looks like a nine, I'm interested to see how that plays out because then we have a I can't remember, we had a nine of something recently in auction this year that wasn't strong and it kind of sold under, but it still was a pretty good sell. It's been some cars that I think earlier this week too, a couple Crystal Shard PSA 10s popped up, some lower grade ones too. I think it was it a PSA 6 Bright Bomber, something like that. Stuff some cars been popping up though. The bottom back. Yeah, yeah, that's man, I think that aura so strong, that aura so strong too. I seen that. It was a little over 3, right? Let me triple. Yo, that and Omega is one that doesn't pop up often. It has popped up in a couple different auctions over time. Uh but that's an interesting one. Raven Crystal Shard PSA 9. That I have to have a Raven in my collection eventually. I think Raven is underappreciated, man. I really do. I think that he has is weird. He kind of falls in the same category as Raptor to me, but he's kind of above Raptor, where you see him featured on the comic covers, and he also like he just got another variant in the game with the bird skins and stuff like that. I think he's underappreciated. He's an OG skin, one of the first major $2,000 legendary skins to come out. Is he's a big one in my eyes. Yeah, Matthew. That's also going to be an interesting thing, especially when it comes to specifically Brazil and Italy, and the Italy print, because I think that when it comes to USA crystal shards, I think people are a lot less forgiving when it comes to things like the back corner and it being like looking like a PSA 9. Where the Brazil one, you might give a little grace there because I have I have I had a Lux, I think it was a Lux PSA before I got the PSA 9. Before I got the PSA 9 Brazil Lux Hollow, I had another one, but it legit looked like a 8. Obviously I gave it away after I got the PSA 9, but I didn't care too much because of how hard Brazil is, but I with a card like Black Knight, you might want to definitely think about that, especially if you want to spend a couple grand on it. Flytrap PSA 10 sold for 210. I'll keep 'em. That's crazy. Somebody could have possibly got a deal. That's that. No, I'm playing. Honestly, any PSA 10s selling for 210 is crazy. No matter the JT, you took the thought out of my head, bro. No, but seriously though, like obviously a PSA 10 based off of how people collect and set collectors and things like that. That's definitely that's definitely a low price for Flytrap because at some point somebody's gonna need them, especially if they're set collecting. Uh, yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting with cards that's like that though, like cards that let's say is on the bottom half or a lower tier in the set. Uh, we'll see how they stay strong over this interesting market. Yeah, now Kari, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Arachne, I love that card, bro. That red and then yeah, that's a dope card. I'm interested to see like if we're gonna see a couple more influxes of like auctions when it comes to crystal shards. I could see that happening, especially if nothing happens, the first quarter of the year. You know how we usually see before March, we usually always see a major auction, at least over the past 2 years. I wonder if that's gonna happen again because two things happen around the time coming up. The Series 2 mega boxes usually go on sale. Well, pretty much all Fortnite product go on sale on blowout cards, and then um after that, you may see some Series 2 PSA 10s, but you also see Series 1 Crystal Shards around that time as well, which I don't know what the pattern is with that, but that's just how it's been the past couple years like that. January, February is usually when you see some major Series 1 auctions. Yeah, JT, it was. I don't know if that was like I guess if I had to get, I guess if you think about it, like the early days, I guess they would pair it might have been a branch off of Spider Knight. Like, so, Spider Knight had Knight in his name, so they paired them with Black Knight and Red Knight and stuff like that. And then a female counterpart. So maybe people were holding on to it and then eventually, put two and two together and maybe let go, or, maybe it was just the time to sell. But there it is, Kari. Arachne is pop 17 and PSA 10, high pop count for a series one. Yeah, like the outliers in that is, by the way, what is Pilly and Skull Trooper at now? I know they were always close, and that was a conversation back in the day. That Pilly would Skull Trooper will always have a higher pop count PSA 10 wise than Pilly. I didn't think that was the case, but I think they're pretty close now. But those are the two that, especially Skull Trooper. I think Skull Trooper, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think Skull Trooper is the highest graded Crystal Shard in Series One, if I'm not mistaken, for USA. Pilly's 22. And I would say Skull Trooper. I'm gonna guess Skull Trooper 27. It's I'm gonna guess Skull Troopers at 27. That's what I'm gonna guess. Yeah, yeah, Kyrie. It was and I don't know if you surprised more so on the high end or the low end, but yeah, I think those were the two that was leading the way, Pilly and Skull Trooper. Kari, I would love to know that because I need one. I need one. And I know you want one as well, and every probably a lot of other people. It's Kari. That's so crazy because I was talking to Dylan and I said that I was like, "Yo, listen, that PSA 6, the PSA 5, whatever, even the PSA 3, it is what it is, bro. That'll be a perfect grade for me." Yeah, David, that definitely plays into it. Actually, me and Sharnak talked about that before, where Pilly might get a slight knock for the high amount of PSA 10s, but realistically, yellow grades easier. And if it was a different color, I'm pretty sure those Pilly are in a little bit worse condition than people would assume. So I don't think he should get knocked for that. Obviously he won't, but Skull Troopers at 28. So Pilly at 22, Skull Troopers at 28. I think overall, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I looked on gem rate, Skull Trooper is, I believe he's about to hit 70 graded total, I think, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And that's across PSA, BGS, and SGC. I don't know if it's graded anywhere else. Matthew Fair, $400. Oh, $400 is your what was it? For a low grade Pilly? Yeah, that would be I would like to see what a low grade Pilly would sell for. Honestly, I would like to see what a PSA 5 Black Knight sells for nowadays. Of obviously we've seen that a couple times. We've seen David with that PSA 1 Black Knight a couple years ago. I forgot if he did a private sale or if he sold that on eBay. I can't remember what he did with it. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I was really thinking about series 2, and can PSA 9 series 2 cracked ice get any lower than they are right now? Like is it like could it It is the prices I seen PSA 9 cracked ice selling for series 2 is crazy right now. I think as time goes on, that is a great spot to be in if you're a new collector, especially if your favorite skins is in there. Obviously, there's a top half in there with some of them like the auras and um, auras like she has a pretty gap between number two. If you ask me, I would say that what would you say? What is it like the? It's some new outliers in there, but is it Ice King, Ultimate, which I don't think Ultimate is in that category anymore. What is the high selling Series 2 cards right now? Would y'all say? Like that's been public after Aura. Like what is the ones that's really fetching numbers at this moment? Yeah, Kari, I'm not gonna lie, I would too. Kari said I instant buy at 400. Yeah, no, I wonder, I do wonder. I haven't looked at it. So Kari says Ice King, Aura, Zadie, Eight Ball's another one. I guess you can say Pillybone. Yep, that's another one. Is it any other cards that I don't think Yonder and Ultimate hold the same weight anymore, if I'm not mistaken. I think that doesn't mean they won't sell for a couple $100 or more than that, but I just don't think they hold the same weight that they used to. Um Lynx, thank you, Warfighter. That's the one I couldn't think of. Lynx is that other one. I actually think Lynx might be competing with the eight ball pilly ball. I would say that based off of prices we've seen, but y'all know me. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I genuinely like viewing it based off of auctions more. I think auctions just give you a better tell of what that market is looking to pay or how far they would go. And I think that Lynx could possibly be up there. Crystal, JT said Crystal did a strong auction. Echo, yeah, I think it's a kind of a separator going on right now. I'm glad Warfighter brought up Lynx and Manic, but specifically Lynx because I think that five is shaping out. I think it's Aura, Link's eight ball's always been consistent. He had a super high, and we know why those super highs happen. People were completing their sets. By the time that third cell came around, he came down a little bit, but he's still very strong, as he should be. I think that chapter two, season one is that sleeper one for me for the battle pass wise because they do have their alter egos in there, eight ball with scratching and et cetera, et cetera. So y'all know I've always liked eight ball, and I think that he's staying pretty strong. Kate, yo, Kari, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I couldn't this was another one slipping. So for Chaos Agent is high on my list right now for series two. If I had to say, I would say that Lynx and Chaos Agent is probably those two because Lynx for the season seven battle pass and Chaos Agent because just like I said with Fish Stick, I think if I had to name a couple, I would say uh Fish Stick, Midas, Renegade Raider, maybe Lynx and Chaos Agent checks almost all the boxes when it comes to you see them marketed, you see them in the story, you see they all have high usage. The Renegade Raider's the outlier in there. She doesn't have high usage because a lot of people don't have her, but if a lot of people did have her, we know that she would be there, so I kind of give her a little bit of a nod right there. But they check every possible box. Is not too many skins that's like that. Midas and Chaos Agent are the ones that really stick out in that category because they're male skins. Male skins usually don't get that love, uh, but they're slim, so they kind of operate in a different manner. And the numbers show it. They're heavily liked, and they also have high usage. So those are two that just really stick out to me. I really like Chaos Agent a lot. Yeah, I think I think those are some that's shaping out. Yeah, I know how I feel about Lynx. Lynx, I think she could I don't even know who's number 2. I don't know who's number 2 in series 2 anymore. Especially if I take my bias out. If I take my bias out, I don't know who's number 2 or number 3. I have a opinion about it, but it's not like a I'm not as confident in it as I am with series 1 of who's like that 1 through 5. Like if you ask me to name 1 through 5, um I think I can confidently say what it is, but when it comes to series 2, I don't know, bro. It's a little bit different. Kari, I think where I'm slack ironically where I'm slacking the most is series 2 right now. Series 1 is kind of I would say most of the big cards are done besides like obviously Black Knight's a unicorn. I the top wise, I still need Skull Trooper and I think Raptor for like the ones that I really need. But series 2, I got some work to do on series 2. I think based off my list, it's still 10 cards that I really want from series 2, and then the rest is like, deep PC cards. But series 2 is where I gotta really target uh probably for the next couple months, or at least the next 6 months. I think I'm gonna kind of. It's not that the cards are hard to get. It's just that you got to balance it out, and then like series 1 it's still a list there. It's still a list there, but it's not as I don't have to be as aggressive anymore with the pickups that I got this year. So JT said he's not 100% sure on his theory, but he think we'll see Fortnite cards in the MCU sooner than we think. This season is focused on Doom and Mephisto. I always possibly mess that up, so I got that. I think I got that right. But yeah, I think I honestly, Warfighter, I agree with you. My thing is I'm trying to figure out exactly how they're gonna do it. Because I do agree with Warfighter. It seems things are shaping out interesting. Um, I think Dylan shared that they're coming out with the covers. Obviously, I'm pretty sure we all picked them up for the don't overpay for them, yeah. By the way, you can get them for cover price or at least close to it. But those are if y'all haven't put two and two together, that is not obviously a official comic book as in for Fortnite. But it is solo covers. We haven't gotten I don't think we've ever gotten a solo cover. Maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've gotten a solo cover where there was no Marvel characters connected to the cover. So I really do like that those covers are coming out. They're going to be great for displaying stuff like that. And obviously the characters are strong. So that's going to be fun coming out that way. But I'm interested to see what they do with Marvel. Uh and if anything comes out soon, I could see some cameos happening and things like that. But I hope it happens soon, like Warfighter said. The sisters cover, thank you, Warfighter. Yeah, the sisters had the solo cover, and I think that might be it. It may be one or two more. I don't think so, but yeah, the sister cover is definitely one. Thank you, JT and Warfighter. Uh, so Kari said, yeah, Carbide's on mine too, Kari. Um, yep. Yeah, ours is very similar. Gold Trooper is a little bit lower on my want list. That would be like a Gold Trooper kind of falls in the category of an abundance. Like if I get what I need in series 2, clean up series 3, and then it just would be like more so like now I can just add to my collection. That's where Gold Trooper falls for me. But those other ones you named like Carbide, Royal Knight, Skull Trooper, those are high on my list. Yeah, Kari, that's interesting. That's interesting. I will tell you this for my Optichrome set. I think the for me what's been fun is kind of going in order of the cards that I like. Like going down the list, unless some a deal just pops up miraculously, but going down the list based off of what I like, that's really made the Optichrome set fun. Jake looking for that series 1 shard swap. That's gonna be a fun one to see if something pulls off there. Joey said, "Where's the Brazil BK10 ending at? Do y'all have any guesses? What's y'all guess?" I used to know these recent auctions, the past auction sales by heart, but I don't remember what the last Brazil one sold for. I think was it on well, it used to be PWCC, but was it on Fanatics the last auction? I mean, it was PWCC at that time. So was it on PWCC the last auction for a BK Brazil, 3 to 4K? Yeah, Kyrie, it just makes it a little bit better. Like like I didn't want to have to like be hard searching for like cutie pie to start off. Like I'll leave her at the at the bottom and get to her when the time comes. What was the first ever item shop skin? Um, so if I'm not mistaken, technically, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, was it Skull was it Skull Trooper and Ghoul Trooper? No, it was. I'm trying to go by season because it was the first season that came around that time. Well, Skull Trooper, Ghoul Trooper. Okay, yeah, yeah. So it was because it was what the fake battle, not the fake battle pass, but the battle pass before battle pass, which was Aerial Assault Trooper and Renegade Raider, uh, which was nuanced because it was not what we know a battle pass to be today. And then I think it was Skull Trooper, Ghoul Trooper, and then after that, my mind gets blurry. But obviously, the Christmas season happens after that. Obviously, it was skins in between, but Nagops and Yuletide Trooper was some early ones as well. The buy now wasn't as I saw buy now at 3K. Okay, so your Matt's gonna guess 4.5 and Warfighters between 3 to 4. Yeah, I could see a strong four slightly under. Renegade, yeah, Renegade was in that. Yeah, there you go. So it was Renegade. And by the way, y'all, when we say Renegade, we're not talking about Renegade Raider. Renegade, which is Banshee with the all burgundy outfit on. Yeah, so it was Renegade, Skull Trooper, and Gold Trooper. Yeah, so that's some early memories right there. And obviously it's so crazy because obviously I wasn't playing during that time. So I remember going back after as that time went on and just kind of seeing what happened during that time because I was fairly early, but I wasn't that early. Yeah, Warfighter. Now, what's crazy is I got Renegade the first time she re-released in the item shop after that long after her not coming out for that long time, and I really like that one because at the time I would wear her with the at the time I wore her with the Cactus Jack Travis Scott back bling. I really liked that back bling back then, bro. That was a fire one. Some stuff happened, but yeah, I rocked with that joint heavy. Yeah, it's a good amount of simple skins from back then. And Warfighter to another thing I really like about I like that their base cards when it comes to the prototypes, especially for the OG skins because it just gives that vintage feel. It just plays into it so well. And I know prototypes aren't for everybody. Even I don't, go crazy for prototypes, but I appreciate what they represent. And then obviously you got those unreleased ones. The unreleased ones is a whole different conversation. So yeah, I really like that vintage look that you can get from the prototypes, especially with it being a base card. And Reloaded also offers that as well. It offers that vintage look. And then I think there's places for all of them, but yeah, those that vintage look really works. All right, I'll see if any other questions coming up. If not, we'll go into the verses. I should be able to do the poll right here as well, but I'll give it a couple more seconds just to make sure no other conversations or anything is gonna pop up. But yeah, we'll do the verses. I asked Richard to do this one. I didn't know which ones would end up in here, but I told him to do the Ramirez versus the Headhunters. We probably could do that forever. And obviously some of them are is not going to end up in there because of just based off of the way Fortnite GG's had them lined up. Scarlet Defender is a great one, JL. Let me see if I can put this. So let's see. Put this one up. So we got, let me take this off real quick. Right here. Yo, so we got the Ramirez versus the Headhunters. This is gonna be interesting. Dylan probably won't be able to comment on this one, even though this is his this is a strong one for him. This this will almost scream Dylan when it comes to his favorite one. So he'll have to, if he can't comment, he'll have to run it back next week and give his opinions on it. But I should be able to do the polls over here. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I got that over here. Hold up. Here. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a fun versus. So we're gonna start with Gold Trip Spark Plug. Dude, my mic is always in my way. All right, it should go up and there. Screw it. There you go. So that's the first one right there. Yo, Warfighter. The thing is, send whatever you, if you, we could do whatever you come up with, bro. If you if you DM me, uh you could tell me how you want it broken down, or you could tell me how to chop it up. Usually Richard helps with this, so I'll send it over to Richard for him to do the breakdown or anything like that. But if you have an idea, just send it over, bro. You can do the bracket with anything. It'll be kind of dope to see like a French collectible. I know you do the pins, so if you have a pins one of what people would like, anything you want to do, we can do. So this one is gonna be interesting for me. I'm gonna go. Obviously, I'm gonna go Ghoul Trooper. I hate that she's going up against Sparkplug because I like Sparkplug a lot. But yeah, she is nothing on this one. But you know that comes with the territory. Prototype folks seem to like the unreleased prototypes, but I think it's cool that some of the prototypes were awesome enough to make the cut to actually make Series One. Yeah, Jo, I think that's I like that as well, and I also what I also like is that to your point, I like that if it did make the set that you can properly pair it with a bigger set, like obviously with the crystal shards and with the hollows, so you can make a bigger international or skin specific master set, if you will. So I really like that as well. Oh, I got what you mean, Warfighter. No, Warfighter, that would be so you want, so maybe we could run this one back based off of the skins next week. I get what you're saying. So you are saying do a versus where it's just the skins. Yeah, that would be, huh? That would be interesting. Sure. I mean, maybe we can run it back after this, because this will probably be, we'll do the recent pickups after this. So maybe we can, that might be interesting to do. Let's see if we can, what we'll do is we'll run it back, but based off of the skin for the next round. And we can see how that shape out. That could be fun. Yeah, Warfighter, I feel you on that. Yeah, so yeah, I actually will so what we'll do is that we'll do this round, we'll do these again, but the next time is based off the skin and not the card. And I'll make that clear again for anybody that's watching it for the playback. Go true. Oh my goodness. All right, and I'm about to 3 minutes, 10 votes. How many is ended? That's not bad. I'm gonna end it right there. In poll, somebody actually picked spark plug, so it was well, it might have been. So it was 90% Gold Trooper, 10% Spark Plug. Spark Plug held her own a little bit right there. Can't be mad at that. Yo, Warfighter caused pulling the heat out on that one. Yeah, so I like that people want this. So what we'll do, like I said, we'll do it after this, and that'll be fun to do. So next one, yeah, for this first round, this is off the cards. The next round will be based off of the skin. So the first round is the cards, yeah. So let's do this next one. Right? Maybe people don't. I was gonna do it, but I was gonna do it. I was gonna paraphrase it, but to be honest, some people may be new in here, and we always gotta remember that. All right, there you go. Bright Bomber versus Crystal. Yo, so obviously this one is Bright Bomber for me, but that is not to not Crystal. I like Crystal a whole lot. I like that at one point she was connected to Booga. But I mean she's still holding her own. She's still a high usage skin every season for the most part. Um, and I'm you know me, like I mix both of my thoughts with cards and the actual skin. But yeah, the actual card is it's a pretty hard gem. It's a strong card though. What I think I seen where was it at? Yeah, Warfighter. I wouldn't be able to take Elite Agent as a series 1 card. If she was series 1, bro, these conversations would be completely different. And I feel the same way about if Midas was series 2. I know people like the zoomed out of series 3, but if Midas was series 2, man, that joint would be crazy. He'll be competing with some different cards. I'm just saying. If Midas was series 2, he'll be competing with some different cards. Yeah, this is a tough one. If y'all had to pick, what's another one would y'all that y'all wish would have been in its proper set? And if y'all don't play the game, what we're getting at when we say the proper set is what Warfighter was bringing up why Elite Agent should be series 1. Elite Agent was chapter 1 season 3, so she technically could have been in series 1. So that's what we're getting at with that. If you don't play the game or if you're new to collecting the cards. Yeah, David, this hunts me. Like, and another one is based off of how good series 1 looks. Another one for me is Ice King. I would have loved to see Ice King in series 1. Uh, I can't imagine how that card would look. Just overlay. That's one that I would like to be in there as well. See, Richard just said it. Yeah, that links, powder, uh, what is it, Zenith? All of those being in series 1 would have been pretty dope. Let's see how the poll is doing. Let's see if we got most of the. Man. Yeah, we can end the poll here for sure. Bright Bomber, let's end that. Bright Bomber 76%, Crystal 23%. That was that Crystal put in 23%. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Crystal get some credit on that one. Okay, let me put the next one up, which is Focus versus Dark Bomber. Yo, this mic is pissing me off. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, Kari. Honestly, Elite Agent, and to Warfighter's point as well, Elite Agent in series 1. I mean, we've been riding a hypothetical train for the whole year anyway. So I think maybe next week we might need to flirt with that idea of where where cards would rank if they were in their proper sets. Um the but like I said, the yeah, focus versus Dark Bomber is definitely a mean matchup. To Warfighter and everybody else's point, if this was based off the skin like we're about to do, this is gonna look a lot different. And if you're new here, or if you're new, or if you just collect the cards, or if you haven't really seen how this goes, the ones that's picked in this next round might be interesting to y'all. Facts, Warfighter. Ruin. Oh man, yo, so many of these would have looked amazing. I'm not gonna lie, like so what Jules have made it. What was the cutoff for? Yeah, I think Jules could have been in series two, right? If I'm not mistaken, because yeah, Jules could have been in series two. I would have loved to see that. That would have been that would have been a great one. Uh, I'm trying to think of some more that would stick out to me. I mean, obviously everybody connected with Midas. Let me see. Yeah, but Richard, what was the series two was chapter two season, but what was the cutoff was what was the latest what was the latest what was the highest battle pass in series two, Richard? Chapter one. Hmm. I gotta think about that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this one is done too. In poll, Focus pulled 15% though. Gotta give her credit for that. Gotta give her credit for that. 85% Dark Bomber, 15% Focus. Dang, Yo Trooper. Oh shoot. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okay, let's see for this round. So we have Aura versus Elite Agent. This should be interesting. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. So it was chapter two, season. Yeah, bro. I think that chapter two, season two, and chapter two, season three being in series two would have been amazing. Warfighter said, yo, I feel you, Warfighter. Yo, listen, it's yo, listen, it is what it is, man. Because Elite Agent is in the wrong set, bro. She's in the wrong set. It sucks. It's great for the set though, because like obviously we'd love to see Midas in series two and Elite Agent in series one, but it does add a lot of interest for series three. Like Focus, Elite Agent, Midas, them being in series three definitely helps it. Cause Focus was season was she chapter one season 9 or 10? I can't remember. Either way, she could have been in series one, too, technically. Bare minimum season two. I would have loved to see what Dylan thought. I would love to see what Dylan would say if Aura and Focus was both in series two. I would love to see that one. Yeah, season nine. Fastball could have made it too. Yeah, because Richard, if you could check for me, Fastball was season chapter one, season four, right? I think it was season four, if I'm not mistaken. Shorts, what's up, bro? Yo, I hope you have a good gaming session as well. I'm pretty sure we can end this one now too. Oh shoot, yo, Dylan not gonna rock with y'all, bro. Yo, I'm about to say this Drake. Wait, it's only how many people is in the? Let me just make sure real quick. 21. All right, I'll give it a couple more seconds. It's only 12 votes. Uh, I'm gonna wait a couple more seconds. 13. All right. Wait, somebody playing around. Okay, I had a little trouble. They added a 13 in there. 13 votes, and I'm about to end it right here. Three, two, one. End the poll. This is crazy. I don't know why YouTube does this, but I'll just say the number they have on here: 61% or 38% elite agent. That is crazy. Yo, that is hilarious. That's crazy. But all right, yo, let's see how this keep. Let's see this Drake keep going. Yo, Aura was she wasn't a sweat in that one. She was sweating. She almost had a little competition in that joint. Let's see. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got Gold Trooper versus Dark Bomber, right? Yeah. This one should be interesting. I think some people will pick Gold Trooper over Dark Bomber over Gold Trooper. I don't know. We'll see how this shape out. Bradley, what's up, bro? Yo, that's what Bradley is crazy you said that because I was this is the one I was thinking about. I'm like, people might actually contest on Google on this one. It's gonna be interesting. This one is interesting because the way I look at this one is if I already have Skull Trooper in my collection, I very near Gold Trooper. But if we're going card to card like we are right now, I do like Dark Bomber more than Gold Trooper, if I'm being honest. Yeah, like, but I think the overarching better card will be Gold Trooper. But if for my personal pick, I'm going Dark Bomber. Yeah, yeah, Bradley, for sure, for sure. This is gonna be interesting when we flip to that next round. Some might still shape out the same way in the next round, but some things is definitely gonna shake up. So let's see how many we got here so far. So we have 11 votes, and it's very close. So I'm gonna give people. Let's see. We got 19. I mean, a couple more votes. We can end it, or I'll give it another minute. It's only been a minute, so I'll definitely give it another minute. Shout out to Faye Sway Warfighter, man. And I know you'll like this one as well, Warfighter. I was thinking about I was watching some YouTube videos and I went back and watched some Fearless and C Day's content, bro. C Day and Fearless, those are two top tier content creators. They were ahead of their time. If they would have thrived during this era of Fortnite because of how much more is going on. Like they were making great content and fun content back when it was a simplistic game. If they would have had what we have in game now, it would have been pretty dope. Yo, Bradley, for sure. Like it just was a different era, bro. It really was. And even like when we talk about like people being known for skins now, it's not the same as people being known for skins back then. Like people like content creators and gamers and pros, future pros, they were known for those skins, bro. They really were. Fearless was a real one, bro. I rocked with them. Can't forget about Daquan either. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. 14 is perfect. Whoa. Are y'all trolling? All right. I'm ending it. So we have Dark Bomber at 57%, Gold Trooper at 42%. Wow. All right. Yeah, I guess it was a lot of upsets in the NFL this week, so they just had to add it into the bracket this week, huh? That's crazy. Oh yeah, Hamlin's, bro. Hamlin's, all that whole era, bro. I'm trying to think of some. I'm trying to think of some more off the. Nah, I'm forgetting somebody else though. And I'm not talking about like the serious content creator, like, cause like you got like Aiden that when my favorite streamer is Nick Merckx. Like Nick Merckx was my favorite at that time. Like that, but when Aiden finally took over Tilted Towers over Nick Merckx, that was a crazy era too. Okay, let me put Bright Bomber versus Aura. Oh shoot. Here you go. So we got Bright Bomber versus Aura. Um Tifu. Yeah. Yeah, Kyrie. Yeah, yeah, Myth was another one. Myth, Skull Trooper. Yeah, Daquan was the way they stopped was it sucked. It sucked. It was bad. But yeah, bro. You know what it was, Kyrie, for me? I felt like Nick's sense of humor was similar to mine's. Just like outside of Fortnite alone. Like so what his stream, what he would talk about in his stream, like if y'all don't watch streamers, a lot of the time is filled with like it could be other clips and stuff like that. But I just rock with Nick Merckx, bro. Nick Merckx was my guy though. So my pick for this one, so if you asked me 3 years ago, uh, it would have been Aura. But what Bright Bomber has done over these couple years of relevancy and kind of being in the graces of Fortnite's marketing team and stuff like that, um, Bright Bomber definitely gets the nod for me at this time. Uh, but that is not a knock on Aura. I mean, this one should be fairly close. It's close in my eyes. But I'll be surprised to see how these numbers look. Richard, let me see. I need to look at the. Let me see what this is. Yo, this is yeah. I'm almost positive it got to be some people in here trying to piss Dylan off. It gotta be, bro. But no, I mean, to be honest, like I really do rock with Bright Bomber pretty heavy. Dang, this is crazy. Let me see how many votes. It's 16 votes. That's strong. I mean, it's only 20 people in here. I think that can end it. Oh, 17 votes. Okay, I'll give it. It seemed like people are still getting their votes in. I'll give it like 30 more seconds, and see if anything changes. Could the max it can be is 3 more votes. So I'll just give it a couple more seconds. I was gonna give it 30, but I don't think it needs it. right, right. Bomber beats the brakes off of Aura. All right, there we go. So this one turned out to be 82% Bright Bomber, 17% Aura. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Kyrie, honestly, she is. She's in once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. When it comes to checking boxes, Bright Bomber is checking a lot of them, and Aura definitely. So Aura is like, in my eyes, this is how I explain Aura. Right, you have um, you have an elite scorer, right? You have an elite scorer, and she can get good numbers. She probably possibly could get 5 assists, here and there. But she not gonna fill up the box score. I think that's what Bright Bomber does. But Aura succeeds when it comes to scoring. And when I mean by scoring metaphorically, I'm talking about high usage. That's just the way I look at it. I gotta always put stuff in sports perspective. J JT, that could be true, and that's why we always try to say that you have to. I think it's great to be a part of our lives because y'all will know where our bias comes in at, especially if there's situations where we don't say it. I usually always say where my bias is. uh but being a part of their lives, you would know when we're talking, you would know where our bias stands and things like that. So obviously, collect for what you like and things like that is always important to say. So let's go here and let's do the last of this, which is Dark Bomber versus Bright Bomber. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Start poll. All right, and it's live. Let's see how this go. Bright lost a goal a few weeks. Yo, she did, JT. I forgot about that. Yo, I forgot about that. Nah, Warfighter. Warfighter. You gotta put your vote in, bro. Stop playing. This is tough. So this is tough because yo, I have the best comparison for this in my head. This is like this is like gritty versus clean. This is like Allen Iverson versus Steph Curry. Steph Curry being bright and Dark Bomber being Allen Iverson. Uh it's just like it's just hard. It's hard for me to choose on this one. Um I will say this, skin wise, it is Dark Bomber all day for me. I love the Dark Bomber skin. Card wise, card wise is Bright Bomber, but it's not by much. It's not by much. It's not by much. Oh, Shaq and Penny, I like that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Shaq and Penny. That's a good one. Yeah, exactly, Bradley. It's just is they gotta give that off. That is AI versus Steph with this one, man. Yo, bro, Warfighter, it would have been crazy, bro. I think it sucks when you have culture icons like that just changed basketball and you didn't get to see the best of them. Another one, I mean, Allen Iverson was for a different reason, but I always bring up Derrick Rose, bro. Derrick Rose would have been, oh man, yo, Derrick Rose would have been different if he would have had a full career. Yeah, that would have been nuts. Let's see how this is shaping out. Oh, okay, and that's 16. Let's see how many is in the stream. 20. I mean, I'll give it another second because it was 17 the last time. So maybe somebody is lagging a little bit. But yeah. Oh, Richard, that's a good one. Elway in Montana. I like that. Oh, I got another one. That's like I'm gonna go with this one. It's like Rice versus TO. That's another one. If we want to go on the football side, obviously Dark Bomber being TO. Are we talking practice? Not the game. All right, it's at 17 in. That was what it was the last time. So we're gonna end it right here. And that is 64% Bright Bomber, 35% Dark. Bright Bomber wins it. That was an interesting one. So now y'all know that we gotta run this back and we gotta go based off of skin this time. We gotta go based off of skin. So if you're just coming in, Warfighter suggested that we go based off of skin. The reason why he suggests that is because there are three series three cards in here that holds a lot of weight in the game when it comes to skin wise. That will make this selection look a lot different. So now we're gonna switch this. We're gonna switch this real quick and see how this goes. So let's see. So we're gonna go Gold Trooper versus Spark Plug. Clearly, I'm getting lazy. Yeah, no, Rice is yeah, like it's so not close when it comes to wide receivers. Now, I know I don't talk about it a lot, obviously, because we're a Fortnite podcast, but wide receiver is my favorite position. Like, it's like I literally watch routes on YouTube multiple times a week just because I love football players, obviously wide receivers releases, and I love figuring out who's the X and the Z over time. And man, it's just and Jerry Rice was just different, bro. I mean, the hands was rock solid, rock solid. I would say Chris Carter hands was up there too, but nobody was like Jerry. Nobody was like Jerry. Yeah, this one, dang. So for skin wise, I'm actually gonna go with Sparkplug is definitely. I mean, when it comes to usage and what is being used, um, Sparkplug is up there. Uh, She also got that black style too. She has that black style. She also has her FNCS style as well now. But we're talking about her OG style right here. But you do get that black style variant, which goes a long way with the sweat style. Um, I think I'm still gonna go Gold Trooper here though. I think I'm gonna still go Gold Trooper here. She still was seasonal for a while, but listen, like Warfighter said, if you ask the kids today, I don't think it'll be close. I think it might be Spark. 77% Gold Trooper, 23% Spark Plug right now. Let's see how much is the chat. 20. So it's been 2 minutes, honestly. I'll give it a couple more seconds. I'll give it a couple more seconds before I close it. Yeah, Warfighter. If it was for the kids right now, it wouldn't be close. It would be Spark Plug. Gold Trooper is that she has that OG nod. 15. So it picked up by two. I'll give it. It's at 21 now. I'll give it a couple more seconds. I agree, Warfighter. I agree. Three, two, one, end. And this is Gold Trooper versus Spark Plug, and the percent was 66% Gold Trooper, 33% Spark Plug. And yeah, like Warfighter was talking about, I don't think the importance of how good Spark Plug has been over this time has been realized yet by the community. And I'll be interested to see if that happens soon. You think Gold Trooper should have been a so are you saying like you would switch like would you have put let's call it Elite Agent in series one and Gold Trooper in series two series three? Gold should have been a series three card. Why do you say that, Jason? What's your opinion on that? The reasoning behind it. And let's go to the next one, which is Bright Bomber versus Crystal. All right, there we go. I got you. Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. It definitely would have added something to series three, that's for sure. Yeah, Pink Warfighter, Pink Gold Trooper was in S3. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and it's like that pairing of Gold Trooper, Skull Trooper, and Skull Ranger. That's a beautiful combination right there. So you would like her with the zoomed out uh the S3 portrait. Okay, I got you. I can respect that. Now, when it comes to Bright Bomber versus Crystal, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I in game, I would wear Crystal before Bright Bomber. In game. In game, I'm going with Bright Bomber. I mean, I'm gonna go with Crystal. Um, I like the Crystal skin a lot. And I've had Bright Bomber for a very long time. Is when if I'm choosing the skin, I'm gonna go with Dark Bomber skin wise over Bright Bomber. If that like when it comes to the bombers, but specifically for this one, yeah, I'm gonna go Crystal with this one. Facts, Warfighter. Her variant is in S3. 80% Bright Bomber, 20% Crystal with 10 votes. Let's see how many. 18. So I'll hold off for maybe possibly two or three more votes to see if that comes in. Yeah, man. I think that I don't think they did justice. If I had to be honest, I don't think they did justice with Crystal's selectable style. I thought they should have just went with like a black and red, a all white, a all black, something like that. Like Fortnite knows what Crystal is. You know what I mean? And I think when you get sweat skins, their first style is always unique. I think that second style should be simplistic to go based off of how people play with that skin. Um, I think that would just be like going away from Pilly being a meme skin, like so doing something that just is like off brand. And I think that her having that like high pink, same thing with Echo, that pink purple. I just felt that they should have just went a little bit more simplistic, like they did with Spark Plug and Focus, and I think it would have really surged them a lot. Yeah, Richard, I don't know why. I don't know who makes that call. Like if a skin pops off, like let's talk about like a Isabel. Isabel has a lot of variants now, but let's just hypothetically use her. Isabel. If Isabel pop off as a sweat skin and as a comp skin, that next variant should be more simple than the original style based off of how people play. And I think it would just surge those skins. I don't know why they never. I don't know why that doesn't connect for them. Most times. Ren, what's up? What's up? How you doing today? Tonight, for that matter. All right, let's see. 14 votes is a good number, and we're gonna end it right there. Bright Bomber is at 78%. Crystal at 21%. Great one right there. And let's see what is next. Yeah, if you're just getting in here, Ren, like if you're just getting here like Ren, this versus we already did the card version of this versus, but we're now voting on the actual skin in game. Like, so which skin do you like in game compared to versus each other? So we already did the card one, so that's what we're currently doing. And then we have Focus versus Dark Bomber. So just in case people come in, I'll just type that completely out. All right. And now we have Focus versus Dark Bomber. And as much as I love Dark Bomber, she has nothing on Focus, bro. Especially with Focus new selectable style that came out. I think it came out this year. It might have been late last year. I can't remember anymore. But that black with that copper or rose gold, I call it rose gold just because my wife liked the rose gold color, but that black and copper color that she has for that selectable style, just what I was saying with Crystal a couple minutes ago, they did Focus right. They gave she had her original style, the unique style. The second style was a little bit more sleek, black, simple for sweat skins, and it just kind of holds her notoriety for being a sweat skin a little bit longer. Oh, that's a good one, JT. Richard, you got that? By the way, Richard said this earlier. If you have a versus, you can send it directly to Richard. Richard handles that uh very well. So that would help him out a lot because he can do it when he gets that free time easier. He's a working man like us now. So so definitely get that to Richard ASAP. Or you can send it to me, whatever one is easier for you. Uh but yeah, so this will be great. I'll just start it just in case we lose it. JT said that we should do sweat skins that haven't had a card yet. I think that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Let's see. Let's see. Can we valid harvest for this? Let's see. Holy crap. All right, 11 votes in. 20 in here, so I'll give it a couple more minutes. Uh I'll give it a couple more minutes for people to get their votes in. Looking for three more votes. Looking for three more votes. If we don't get the three votes, that's all good. But I'll give it a. We're at 2 minutes for this poll right now, so I'll let it get to 3 minutes, then I'll close it. Oh, Charlotte is a good one. Yeah, Richard, you might. Richard, it might have to be a couple pin ones, and we might have to spread it out through a couple of them because I think War obviously Warfighter would give you the number, but I'm pretty sure it's enough for us to have to do a couple different brackets. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. That's 16. I think it's 16 in here. Yeah, that's perfect. Closing that. Dark Bomber wins by a landslide. 81% Dark Bomber, 18% Focus. Dark Bomber moving on again. So let's see. Let's see. Now we have a oh shoot, here we go. Elite Agent versus Aura. This should be interesting. Right? And that is in Richard, do you just mean different? I think he might just mean different. Yo, Black Ash, exactly. Black Ash, I don't know if you just got in, bro, but if you did, we were literally talking about that. That was even, but Black Ash, even go here though. What if it was S2? If it was S2, who you going with? You going Aura or Focus, bro? Let us know. Let us know. But also, if you did just get in, bro, this we already did the card version of this. This is based off of the actual skin. So we're voting on which skin do you feel is better. So this is elite. I did do elite, right? Yes. This is elite versus aura. So in Warfighter, you can obviously break those brackets up however you want to, bro. And we had Dylan got those great pictures on FortniteCars.com if you want to pull from that to make it easier. For this one, elite agent or I'm not gonna lie, it would have been aura if you couldn't take the helmet off of elite agent when that was a little bit of a game changer to me. Dang, this is low key tough because I really like auras. The style I wear of aura is her winter hunter style. Uh, yeah, I think it's elite agent skin wise. Skin wise, I think it's elite agent. Warfighter. I mean, not Warfighter. Richard. You can actually pull them from the website, bro. Go to the checklist and go to the pins. I like that. So Black Ash said if Elite Agent was an item shop skin, it'd be Elite Agent. Yeah, I feel you on that. So if y'all don't know what he's talking about, like if you don't play the game, Aura is in the item shop very frequently, which means more people can consistently get her and kind of fall in love with the skin. Where Elite Agent has a cap. If you got her in chapter 1, season 3, then you have her to wear. But if you didn't get her in that season, you cannot get Elite Agent anymore. So that's what he's getting at. That Aura has more future potential based off of people still being able to get her, but Elite Agent is OG. So, y'all pick based off of those things. So let's see what we're at. Oh yeah, 15 votes, 17 in here. I can that. Elite Agent 73% or 26%. Once again, for clarification, this is based off the skin and not the card. Based off the skin and not the card. So the next round is did who won? I actually forgot who won. Gold Trooper. Okay, yeah, we're just making sure. And once again, it's Gold Trooper versus Dark Bomber. Crazy. Gold Trooper versus Dark Bomber. The skins, and it's up. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so Skin wise, I'm 100% going Dark Bomber on this one. I love that Dark Bomber skin. Also I use the Minty X with Dark Bomber. So this one is to be honest, the Minty X looks really good with Ghoul Trooper as well. But I like the Dark Bomber skin more in game. Like that's the skin that I've rotated between since she came out. So I have to go Dark Bomber on this one. Let me see. Let's see how this is going over here. Let's see. 12 votes in, which is pretty strong already. 20 people in here. I'll give it a, obviously it's only been a minute. I'll give it a couple more minutes or at least a minute to see what it shapes out to be. Let's see. And 2, 3 right here. And let's see. 13. So Mile High, great question. Mile High asks, why are skins so much different? Why are the results so much different for the cards? And Mile High, the reason why is because obviously, for the cards, it depends on the set. So is it in series one, series two, series three? And this is why Warfighter suggested it, because series three doesn't get a fair nod. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Uh series three doesn't get a fair nod compared to the other two, just because it's obviously the most easily acceptable set, and then you have the first major set with series one. So that's what kind of changes that. And so for instance, Focus is, I believe she's third now. She's either third or fourth most used all time in game. Surfwitch being number two, and it might be Backlash now. I'm not sure, but she's in the top five. And when you go up against Dark Bomber, the skins don't compare in game. Like Focus is head over heels better than Dark Bomber when it comes to just usage and just how often you see the skin. But in the cards, series one versus series three, I don't think it's a chance. So let's see. 15 and 19. Yeah, that's perfect. 60-40. Wow. 60% Dark Bomber, 40% Gold Trooper. And I couldn't agree with y'all more. Dark Bomber is an amazing skinning game. So now we have is Bright Bomber versus Elite Agent, right? Yeah. Start poll. Yeah. Yeah, Dark Bomber. In my opinion, Mile High. I don't know what everybody else is. Dark Bomber's a better skin in game to me. Uh, I just think like that her iridescent, like the iridescent in her outfit, it just hits a little bit more. In preference for me, I just like the Minty Axe with her a little bit more than Gold Trooper, and yeah, man, I like the Dark Bomber skin a lot. That's what it just really come down to. So for Elite Agent and Bright Bomber, in game, it's Elite Agent all day for me. Elite Agent is just a great skin. Obviously, it's a classic. Just like Bright Bomber, but I would 100% wear Elite Agent a lot more. Don't really wear back blings anymore since like chapter one, but you just have a little bit more versatility with it, and it's a clean skin, man. It's a clean skin. Yeah, Kari, I'm very interested in how this one turns out. and it's looking very. We have 11 votes in, and it is 17 in here. So obviously a couple more. I would expect a couple more. Uh, so let's see what happens. Give it a couple minutes. Mile High said both sitting in the item shop. I'm taking Elite Agent. Yeah, yeah, Mile High. It's yeah, Elite Agent is gonna be that is a I wish she was an item shop skin because I would have loved to see her in a different color scheme as well. Especially because which I just noticed right now, her and Zadie have a very similar original style, like that bluish camel. So I'd love to see her with some of Zadie's selectable styles. Like she has that I actually would have liked to see her just in that the army colors. The army colors, that green. It'd have been dope to see Elite Agent that way. No, Kyrie, we're gonna do them next week. And let's see, it should be pretty good. 12 votes. Yeah, I'll end it right there. 67. I think it ended up at 67. Let's make sure. Yeah, 66% Bright Bomber, 33% Elite Agent. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting that one, but that is okay. Okay, so let's see. So now we have what is it? Bright Bomber? Is it Bright Bomber versus Dark Bomber again? Am I tripping? It is. It's right. It's kind of that turned out. All right. That's crazy that both polls ended this way. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did not think Elite Agent was gonna lose the Bright Bomber. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I thought it was no chance Elite Agent was gonna lose the Dark Bomber. I did not think Focus was gonna lose the. I mean, Bright Bomber. I did not think Focus was gonna lose the Dark Bomber. Um, I'll give I'll give my overall opinion after this to see based off of how I thought it was gonna go or it should have went. this is this is rigged. The power of the Bombers. Yeah, Mahai. The fact that this happened for both is crazy. This is nuts. 80. Ooh, okay, it's only. I'm not gonna say. I mean, I can see the number, so it don't matter. 7 votes in. 17 in here, so I'll wait for like five more. Yeah, this is crazy. Uh, since most of them is done, I mean it's all done. Yeah, I want them. I want. Okay, we got 9 votes. Couple more will be perfect. Give y'all. There we go. 10, and it is. Let's see. It's 18 in here, so a couple more would be great. Because we gotta talk about this. This we gotta talk about this one. yo, yo, bro, it's crazy. This is hilarious. Okay, let's see. 12 votes. I think I can end it there. It's 18. And okay, perfect. 13 votes. That's great. And that should be 18. Divot 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Let's see what that turned out to be. Did I end it? Where did it go? I don't know where it went. I don't know why it didn't pop up. What the heck was that about? Either way, um, yo, where did it go? I don't know where it went. Is it showing up? Is the poll showing up on y'all end? Oh, there it is. Okay. Dark Bomber beat Bright Bomber. Dark Bomber won 76% to Bright Bomber 23%. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this real quick. This should be fun. This is what I this is the way I seen this one. I honestly thought Spark Plug would beat Gold Trooper, but I could see how it wouldn't. So okay, give Gold Trooper the nod there, right? Focus, I definitely thought was gonna beat Dark Bomber. So it would have in my head, I thought it would be Dark Bomber versus. I mean, I thought it would be Gold Trooper versus Focus. And then honestly, I would have seen Focus kind of beating out Gold Trooper on that one. On the right side, I would have seen. I would have thought Elite Agent. I would have thought Bright Bomber would have beat Crystal. So Elite Agent versus Bright Bomber, um, and then Bright Bomber versus Bright Bomber versus Elite Agent, definitely Elite Agent, and then Focus versus Elite Agent. That would have been pretty crazy because I probably would have went with Focus. I could have seen a lot of people going with Elite Agent as well, but Focus two styles alone to me, it's just I think Focus two styles is just so strong for how much she'll be used as time goes on. I feel the same way about Spark Plug, and then obviously the ones that lost, Aura has an infinite amount of styles. So if you buy her $800 skin, I believe at this moment you'll get four different styles. Is it four or three? It might be three. So I think you get OG Aura, you get Winter Hunter, and then I think you get Charming Aura, I believe. So yeah, that would have been interesting, but I would have thought Focus would have won that one. Yeah, Warfighter, I feel you on that. That and I think that if Focus versus if Focus versus screw it, let's do it. Why not? Let's end it. Let's end it in the stream on the strong note. Let's do now. It is they're in the same set. Skin wise, y'all, who are y'all picking? Focus versus Elite Agent. Poll is up. David feels nostalgia would have Gold Trooper and Bright Bomber as the top ones. See, if I'm being honest, David, I would have felt nostalgia wise, it would be Elite Agent. I think I felt Elite Agent champions the nostalgia side where Focus champions Focus and Aura for that matter, but just based off the how the bracket is, and Focus champions the like the current sweat side, which is interesting. So I think, but I can see that Bright Bomber versus Gold Trooper definitely holds that weight. Is she? Let me. Holy crap! That's with 11 votes too. Yeah, see this here. Like now, obviously, me and Dylan, we give our opinions all the time. But as for the THG Friday night chat, the opinion is standing strong here based off of the. And to be honest, this is series three. They're both series three, so I would assume, and some people can correct me if I'm wrong. Is your opinion on this translate to the card side as well? Because they're both in series three. So for the people that's picking Elite Agent, does that go for the card as well? Are you picking Elite Agent over Focus? David said he just ignores series three. So Dylan is going with Focus, and Dylan owns both Focus and Elite Agent. And Matthew Fair says, based off of pop, yes. Yeah, okay. So Matthew Fair, if y'all are new or you don't know what he's talking about, he's bringing in pop. From what I know off the top of my head, Elite Agent is a harder grade than Focus at this time, in the way the numbers look, it's probably going to be that way foreseeably. So, Black Ash, elaborate on that, bro. Just because I want you to elaborate on it because you collect both of these cards as well. So, elaborate on that one. So, Kyrie goes elite over Focus. Do pop count on both cards. He said do pop count, and then both cards look dope. Yeah, Yeah, elite agent has bad roller marks. I had at the time I had 5 elite agents. Obviously, all of them, all of well, no, that line is for elite agent. She do got one eye like Leela. Yeah. But I mean, if I'm being honest, like that secondary style of focus is just top tier for me. That gives her the win all day. Um, yeah, that print line is ridiculous. But elite agent is definitely like they're neck and neck to me. I wouldn't be mad with having either. But if we're talking straight skin, yeah, that second style is crazy, bro. If you happen to not know what I'm talking about, you can go to Fortnite GG's, uh, go to skins, and you can click focus, and you can see her second style is like this black copper or rose gold style. It's super dope. So Black Ash says more people will have memories of playing with focus and not elite, even though majority may see elite as a cooler skin. Yeah. So what he's once again he brought it up before, but what Black Ash is getting at is the the always interesting conversation of item shop skin versus battle pass skin. It's great to have a rare battle pass skin, and as time goes on it becomes obviously more rare, and then it becomes more scarce because some people move on from the skin. But elite agent holds that weight of a OG battle pass skin. But on the focus side, not only does she get the usage, but you can get her again because she comes back out in the item shop fairly frequently. So more people have a chance to fall in love with her main and skin. And so that does help her as time goes on. And that's always the conversation of uh readily available versus nostalgia, and how that plays out over time. Yeah, my height, she is definitely a sweaty skin. I think it's interesting. That's so Warfighter said but Black Ash, you gotta think about this. Some people would want the card because they can't get elite agent in game. And what Warfighter is talking about right here is exactly what I feel as well. This is the way most of my collection shapes out. Um, you know, the reason so it I don't have Black Knight in game. So I want Black Knight because I didn't get him in game. And it's like it's weird because I have Omega in game, but I didn't get the purple light, so I really wanted to have the card just to kind of heal that wound. But I completely agree with Warfighter right here, and this is also what adds to the nostalgia versus the current availability. Because when you get into having the card, you can kind of forget about not having the skin in game if you get the actual card to have in your collection. Like having Aerial Assault Trooper in Warfighter's collection and him not having it in game, it kind of balances out you know, for him in the long run. So Kari thinks that Elite will do better than Focus due to the OG nature of it. So the OG nostalgia beats out the current accessibility and high usage for Kari, where for Black Ash is different. It's the opposite. So Malhai says if pros don't enter the market, sweaty skins will be less relevant in his opinion. There will be a lot of ways to be right when with these cards keep collecting. Yeah, it's so many different perspectives to look at. And Kari also says he values. I'll put it up here. I value OG more than usage when they are close personally. Yo, Kari, I love the way you phrase that because that's what I'll personally speak for myself because Dylan can't speak for himself right now. But for me, I would love for the community to show what they when I evaluate a card, I may hold something higher than others, or it may hold more weight. Like so, for instance, for somebody, storyline may not matter at all, but storyline is important to me. So what Kari is getting at is the OG, the nostalgia holds more weight for him than it does when it comes to usage, where some people usage is number one, and so I love that he said that because that's very important. It all depends on what you value more and what do you think is more important as time goes on. It was great. Yo, appreciate you, Richard. Once again, bro. You look out so much. Have a good night, bro. Matthew Fair says if the pop counts were closer, he would agree with Black Ash in the long run. Yeah. Yeah, that once again, Matthew, I love that perspective because that's kind of the thing that comes in next or maybe first for some. Once that pop count and how they grade come into factor, it does turn the knob either left or right on that one. Uh Malhai says he disagreed. The pros don't have to enter the market for the sweat skins to take off. The kids that watch the pros wear the skins of their favorite pros or content creators. 100, like I love this as well. So what Warfighter is getting at is that you have Sparkplug, right? Sparkplug was worn by Clicks for a very long time, right? Clicks moves on. Clicks starts wearing different skins. Maybe Fortnite asks him to wear the skin, or maybe he just wants to wear the superhero with his dual partner. So he no longer wears Sparkplug. Let's say that. But the people that watch Clicks and that look up to Clicks, Sparkplug is his jersey compared to sports. So when you go to a game and you see a fan wearing that athlete's jersey, that's what the skin represents to those pros or those content creators. So those kids that come in the future, if that happens, like Warfighters getting that, they will still want that spark plug skin based off of them wearing the skin now and not so much even what clicks was originally because they ended up falling in love with the skin. So it's nuanced. That is a very important point though. It's definitely an important point. And so what Dylan is getting at here, first of all, great points. I think this is very important stuff right here. He's talking about focus will be majorly nostalgic for million more people in the future, which is very true because uh if you're talking about right now, I'll throw in Midas with this, right? We know how we view Black Knight and things like that, but when it comes to Midas and skins like Focus and Midas, if we're talking about nostalgia, that next 5 years, I mean these skins like that, like Focus is gonna be super nostalgic, along with Sparkplug, along with those skins like that. So that's gonna be interesting as well. So Kyrie values usage more than storyline. I used to value storyline more. There are a few exceptions. Same page, Kyrie. I value storyline very high. That has tapered down a lot. I don't know which side I fall on if I value usage or storyline more, but since the storyline is rebuilding itself to Kyrie's power, just check this. My audio might have switched. Yeah, it did. Testing, testing. All right, there we go. But so Warfighter says, how many people get to own and play with Renegade Raider? How many kids ask about Renegade Raider when they learn about the cards? Yep, great point. Being able to play with the card has a let's keep moving. Being able to play with the card has a part of the future, but I wouldn't put all the eggs in that basket. Yep. Renegade is different, being the original OG. Uh, this is a great point, Kyrie. Kyrie is saying how he thinks Aura Focus Echo are a different kind of popular. I don't think they fit in the mode of OG yet. Aura Focus Echo, they're in that tier one class, and I'll also just a sidebar. I truly believe this. I'm gonna just Backlash and Jotara is on a different level than the rest of the superhero female skins. I'm gonna just say that. Those two are separate to me. Like you can group them all together, but Backlash and Jotara, I think, are in a different. They're in a different tier than the other superhero skins. Um, and that take that for what you will, but I just think that it should be a little bit of separation because the numbers clearly say so. Yeah, Kyrie, great point. Great point. It's and this is why I think like when when we do the top 50 list and stuff like that, that's why it gets so hard sometimes because you have to figure out what is more important in each category. So yeah. Yo, wow, I appreciate it, bro. Did it? It sounds louder. Let me see. Uh, it should be good. Testing, testing. Let me see. I'll just pull it back because I don't know why. It is showing up louder. I don't know why though. Um, change. Kari, I agree with you, Chris. So that yeah, so they're talking about Pokemon here, but yeah, I think that's what's always going to be interesting because it's hard to figure out exactly what way is more like. So if we even look at the bracket today, right? Um, how much weight do you put in to Bright Bomber being high in the storyline, high in the marketing compared to Dark Bomber that may have more usage and I don't know where their likes fall. I haven't actually checked that in a while, but let's assume Dark Bomber likes is higher. So if Dark Bomber likes is higher and she has higher usage, what weight do you put into Bright Bomber being obviously she's iconic, but Bright Bomber having more marketability, like where that is a defining factor right there, along with Elite Agent versus Focus. And you can do the same for Aura and Goo Trooper. Aura has higher usage than Goo Trooper, but Goo Trooper has high usage as well. Goo Trooper has the nostalgia nod. Um, she's an OG, one of the first ones tied to Skull Trooper, so you got to kind of weigh those things out, and that's what we try to do at THG. We kind of try to look at everything and then go from there because sometimes it's hard to judge. And then when you add Pop Report in there, that just changes the game completely. And then when you add the series in there, Series 2 versus Series 1, Series 3 versus Series 2, it changes all that. Yo, yeah, listen, Dark Bomber was holding it down today, bro. Yeah, Matthew Fair. There is like there is a group of OG Fortnite players that will never forget Elite Agent, but there's also, to your point, there's also that other side that she's just a skin at this point, compared to Renegade Raider where she's kind of widespread known. But that comes with every skin, but then there's the outliers like Renegade Raider that she can't have high usage because a lot of people don't have the skin, but because she's so sought after because she never came back out, it just it just adds to her overall lore. Yeah, it's like the kids definitely know, to Matthew's point, Warfighter, the kids definitely know Elite Agent. But what I was kind of getting at is that um Renegade Raider is so desired that she kind of pops up in a lot of different memes, a lot of different conversations. And then she also ends up, depending on how you look at it, she ends up in the storyline, but that's kind of small in this conversation. But if you look at a lot of the memes when it comes to Fortnite, with the Renegade Raider, and stuff like that, uh, she definitely has a little she has the notoriety that is so strong where Elite Agent falls into this OG category. That OG category has a lot of different skins in it, and she may be at the top of that, but it's very different than Renegade Raider. Yeah, and yeah, that. But once again, that's another one. Kuno, I mean, she had major, major peaks, and that's kind of what happens. And Kuno was what, chapter one, season 8. Uh, yeah, let's see. Yeah, then once again, a lot of the what you see is a lot of YouTube shorts, and that's kind of where I did a couple shorts last year. I did about a 10 to 15 to kind of try to get in that algorithm of the videos that Warfighter is talking about when it comes to the rarest skins of all time, OG skins and stuff like that. Because to his point, uh, Elite Agent does fall in there. I do think there's different levels though, but Elite Agent is being to Elite Agents being slept on a little bit too much in the hobby. I'll be interested to see if that does change. Yeah, yeah, no, Kari, I know exactly what you're getting at here because that's once again when so a lot of times when we did the top 50, right? People, y'all know how it goes when we do the top 50. Y'all just know. Y'all know how it goes. And so we'll get messages, we'll get messages about it. And a lot of times what you'll hear is how is this skin or this card over X, right? And it comes down to okay, once you break all the things down, the last thing we factor in is the pop report because you have raw people like raw cards and you don't always have to factor in grading, but it is a thing. Once you factor those things in, a lot of things can change based off of what you can readily get and what you probably won't see for a year. Some cards don't pop up and some cards are always in flow, and that can be a good or bad thing depending on who you're asking. Mm, that would be interesting to know, Curry. Yeah, yeah, this is once, yeah, like it's just it will be very hard. Like even like that, I remember getting the messages about certain Series 3 cards not making the top 50 list, and it's not that they don't deserve it skin wise, but card wise, and just the way the pop is, it's going to be very hard for them to jump most of those Series 1 cards because, like we all know, we try to be nuanced about it. Most of the list could be Series 1 for the most part, but that would just be redundant. But yeah, it's gonna be hard for some Series 3 and even some Series 2 cards to outpace even the bottom tier of Series 1. I won't say the mid tier of Series 1 because there's a lot of Series 2 cards that can outpace the mid tier of Series 1. But when you get to that top tier is gonna be tough. I love this. Demand matters way more than rarity. 100%. And to the point, like a Midas, the fact I've said this, the fact that Midas is selling for what it's selling for at a PSA 10, uh, right now with how many PSA 10s there are is amazing. It's amazing and it shows the strength of that of demand of the character and demand of the card. And then rarity when you come to a mid tier S1 card, it holds its weight in certain aspects, but overall, um, that mid tier could be messed with. I don't know if the top tier can. Yeah, yeah, the community is definitely small. Yeah, rarity could cause demand. It can go both ways. Like so, what they're talking about is like for instance, let's use uh, let's go with Flytrap, right? Flytrap in the PSA 10, yeah, he just sold for a lot less than people may have thought, but the demand comes from him being a PSA 10 in the first major set. So, and I mean, at the end of the day, there's less than 100 or 100 or less. Let's go with that. Let's go with the high number, 100 or less of those crystal shards. So, that's kind of one of those topics. I mean, you could pick one that's a little bit stronger. Like I could say, like you could say, like a DJ Yonder, right? Some people I could see DJ Yonder being 50-50 in most collector eyes, but because of the set that he's in, and the scarcity of those cards popping up frequently, that definitely the rarity and scarcity definitely creates the demand there. Like that's just funny, bro. Yeah, exactly like that. And it's I'll be interested. We brought some cards up earlier in the podcast talking about series two, like what's the top cards in series two, right? As the chat rattled them off, I'm like, wow, like it actually series two has a little bit more depth than we may have thought. It's just gonna take time. It's gonna take time, but I definitely can see a lot of those ones ruffling some feathers in that mid tier series one. Yeah, Kari. I know you deal with that a lot. Them series one prices is, I mean, them series two cracked ISPSA nine prices are insane. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I can't, yo. I rock with y'all heavy. Okay. Did not have my dual partner tonight, but we had a strong live. We did the verses twice, and the Bombers should. Yeah, the second one tripped me out when it came to the Bombers. I'm not gonna lie, but that was a fun conversation, and it added. I think the end of this chat right here, the conversations we're having right now, is very important. I think we might touch on this again next week. When we're a duo again because it's a fun conversation, and I'm pretty sure this is going to continue in the Discord. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. I really want to have this conversation again because there's a lot in here. A lot of y'all are making great points, and especially with another set not coming out possibly for a while, great figuring this out is going to be fun. Yeah, that was a surprise, especially that second one. But appreciate it, y'all. Thanks again. We will be back next week. We hope you enjoy y'all weekend and see y'all next one.